is January 24th, and I'm driving back from Miami in our session in Miami. I felt like I wasn't really getting, I wasn't really leading. I was trying to, and there was a little bit of a conflict just, underneath a little bit. So I'm pretty frustrated. I'm not sure how to make this work. I don't know how to do what I want to do while at the same time supporting them. I just don't know how that exactly is going to work. I'm kind of in a strange position here.
The microphone to the recorder.
Excited, and I'm so happy.
So I'm going to put you All right. Are you guys all good? So I think I've gotten the consent form from everyone here. Okay. Yeah, it was a while ago, but alrighty. So we're kind of flexible here. I kind of made some plans and things we can do, but we can change and shift as we need to as well. But just to start, let's just do check-in. So just how you're doing today, and let's do why you became a teacher.
As well, which I want to do. Would we have to add a third year to do like a 3-year rotation?
Or I'm going to pause this for a second. Is that okay? Because we're really zoomed in on these details, right? But I don't think we have as good of an idea of the bigger picture of why we're doing this. Now I'm gonna throw a wrench in this. You didn't write down. I heard a couple of people say raise test scores.
Oh, we did it. We did.
Write it down. Even if you didn't, this is a why, right?
Yeah,
we're talking about these whys. So whether or not we met the whys, we have whys. And we have to figure out if we meet them or not, and if they're worthy of being met. And that's complicated to do. So the question is, are there at least parts of this that we could address in a way that agrees with our core beliefs about learning, that could both be knowledge for and raise test scores? Is there a way to navigate that in a
Local community.
But that's what we had initially planned when we did this prior on this share file, that we were going to start the unit off going to Miami and doing this. So we're already there.
Okay, great.
The work's already done. We had it already planned, but that's initially how we were starting this.
Okay.
So
We just haven't refined
Right.
year two
Okay.
to the point of what standards we're gonna attack and how you.
Hopefully, I think there's still interesting things we talked about with the whys and with the zooming, but at the same time, that didn't really get applied over to the curriculum very much. So that's definitely something we need to work on. So we'll see what happens next time. So I'm kind of talking through this right now, and I wanted to record it because I think I'm thinking of good ideas, and I think that I might as well just record while I'm talking. And in my mind, of course, I'm always thinking about my dissertation, and I feel kind of bad about that what I'm trying to do with them is being guided by my dissertation. But it is, and that's just how it is. As I think about it, I do feel a little bit better. I feel like, okay, look at this as me experimenting with, okay, that didn't work great. It worked okay, but not great. What can I do next time to connect better? And maybe it's just giving them time to have a better starting point on their curriculum unit that we can then reflect on. And maybe they just need to have actually started it to make that work. But
so that was a really hard day. And that weekend, I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't talk to my advisor. I just needed a few days to kind of let it process. But the next week, I started talking with my advisor and with the school principal, and we came up with a better plan that would meet my needs and the teachers' needs at the same time. Then, of course, COVID happened, and so we had to change everything again anyway, and we actually shifted directions a few times. But that forced me to step back and listen to what the teachers actually needed, because what I was offering at the time wasn't necessarily what they needed at the time. So I learned to balance and support in a more authentic way. Now, what I'm most proud of is actually my relationship with the teachers. I feel like I've really figured out how to support them and balance that with trying to help them and collecting research data at the same time and just focusing on what's interesting that's happening in that relationship. Having that experience early on in my research really pushed me to reevaluate my positionality with the teachers and how I would act as a researcher and a support. I'm not sure if I can quite say that I'm glad that it happened, but it definitely ended up being beneficial to me and to my research.